Hello. You must be here for the party. Oh, but I'm afraid it doesn't start until 7. I bet Phil told you the wrong time. I'm sorry. Come in, please. I told him we should have mailed out those invitations instead of sending out those e-rides. So you're a friend of Phil's? Hello. Excuse me, do I know you? You must be with the caterer. Well, great. I'm glad you're here. I didn't think you'd be here this early. I hate having people rushing around at the last minute. Donna, my neighbor, she had a Christmas party at her house last Christmas. Well, would ask, did you have a Christmas party? Anyway, the caterers were rushing in with the guests. Can you imagine? They rushed right past us. They were so rude. Anyway, you can set up in the dining room. I moved all the furniture to one side so you have more room. Let's see. Poner, comida, and comedor. I'm sorry, my Spanish is
My name is Jessica Long.
I'm Anne. Anne Smith. I'm pleased to meet you.
Has your husband mentioned me?
I don't believe so, but he could have. I'm not very good with names. Never have been. Now, Phil, on the other hand, he never forgets a name. He's always saying, you remember so-and-so. I just shake my head.
The captain? He's your husband.
Yes, Captain Phil Smith. He's home on leave. I'm having a party for him tonight. It's nothing fancy, but I wanted to do something, you know.
How nice.
You're making me uncomfortable. How do you know Phil?
Japan.
Oh, okay. So you're a friend from the Army. At first I was glad the Army sent him there. Now I'm not so sure with that crazy man running North Korea. Maybe he'll come to his senses and start feeding his own people instead of shooting off missiles. So are you with...
Such a nice sofa.
Thank you.
Do you and Phil do it on this sofa?
I beg your pardon?
Your husband, the captain. He has a sofa in his office. Did you know that?
Listen, I don't know what you want, but I think
He would rape me on it.
What? Get out! Get out right now or else I'm calling the police!
You have a lock on your front door that needs a key, even from the inside? The captain has one of those locks on his office door. He keeps the key on a chain around his neck. He made sure I couldn't leave until he was done with me.
How dare you come into my house and spew that filth? My husband is serving his country with distinction. Colonel Westbrook gave him accommodation. Leave. Now. Or else I'm calling the police.
It went on for 6 months.
That's it. I'm calling the police right now. You're sick.
I am sick. I have some kind of stress disorder. That's what the doctors say anyway. I can't sleep more than an hour or two at night. I bet you sleep well, Anne.
My husband will be home any minute. He'll call the police. And then he'll call his brother. He's a lawyer. And he'll sue you for what is it? Slander. He'll sue you for slander.
I could have been okay. Really, I could have been. I convinced myself after that first time that it never happened. It's funny how you can do that. But then he wouldn't stop. He just wouldn't stop.
I don't believe a word of what you're saying. He's an officer.
I had the honor to serve under some fine officers. Brave men, good men. That pig you're married to is a discredit to those good men and to all the good men who have ever served their country.
My husband is a good Christian man.
Yeah, I know, because he used to say, Jesus Christ, Corporal, you're hot. I needed the Army for the benefits for my family. There are a lot of us women in the same boat. We're easy targets for the bad apples like your husband.
Give me that. I'm not listening to any more of your sick lies.
I'm not lying.
Then why isn't my husband in jail or something?
Here's a news flash for you, Anne. 1 in 4 women in the military has been sexually assaulted. The vast majority of the cases go unreported. Even when the Army does do something, there are very few convictions. Less than 5%.
I'm not listening to you.
Why should you be any different? Once you report an assault, a rape, especially by an officer, your career is over. The predators, like your husband, stay in and move up. The victims, like me, get pushed out. Nobody wants to hear from us. As crazy as it sounds to you, it was a hard decision for me to report your husband. I don't have choices like you do.
No. We have 2 daughters. Phil would never. The Army can never let.
The officer in charge, Colonel Westbrook, that we were supposed to report these kinds of things. You know what he said? You need witnesses, sweetheart. Who raped someone in front of witnesses? It was my word, a trailer trash girl from Defuniak Springs against a West Point officer.
Traffic is crazy out there. I got everything on your list for the shindig.
I guess my invitation to your shindig got lost in the mail, Captain.
Get out of my house! Get out! Now!
She said some awful things about you.
This woman's crazy. They ran her out of the Army.
That they did, Captain. That they did.
She said that you.
I can't believe she has the nerve to come here. Let me tell you about this soldier.
Let's hear it, Captain. Tell your wife all about me.
She said if I wouldn't give her the easy assignments, that she would give me court-martial. That's what she said. I wouldn't do it. And then she wanted money for her drugs. I wouldn't give it to her. And I thought she was bluffing, just trying to push my buttons. Then she wrote a bunch of crazy lies about me on a complaint. Said I attacked her or some nonsense. It was all crazy nonsense. The colonel saw right through it. She's a low-life piece of trash.
You made me think. Damn you!
Remember what you said to me the first time we met, Captain? Remember? You said, you and me, Corporal Baby, we are gonna have sex. Lots of it. He's a man of his word. In some things.
Tell my wife why you're not in the Army anymore. Go ahead, tell her. It's because she's a goddamn drug addict, that's why. You're hooked on prescription pills, right? Tell her!
God knows the Army's no help!
Her scam didn't work in the Army, so now she's working it here on the outside. She's a cheap hustler. You're upsetting my wife. Get out of my house before I throw you out myself.
Your husband is a criminal, a disgrace to the United States Army. My brother was killed in Afghanistan. It crushed my heart when they told me. But now, at least he doesn't have to know about this.
Phil, did you do what she said?
Of course not. How could you even ask that? You don't actually believe this drug addict, do you? This junkie? Christ, the Army sure as hell didn't. She's probably high right now. Got a belly full of pills, her brain's fried. She's crazy.
There were other women before me, weren't there, Captain? There must have been. He had the routine down.
This is nuts. Yeah, I serve my country and I come home to this tramp, this con artist comes to my home, our home, and starts spreading lies about me? I'm gonna call the FBI. You're not getting away with this. We'll talk to the colonel, okay? He'll tell you this is nothing but her sick plan to squeeze me for money. For her habit. Right? I'll call him tomorrow. First thing tomorrow morning. And then talk to him yourself.
Why did you come here?
She's got a gun!
Yeah, you're right. There's a gun in my bag. A Glock 26. Go ahead, pick it up. Look. You know, I couldn't decide whether to make you suffer, shoot you in the balls first, or just put a bullet in your head right off. And then I was going to shoot myself. This is why I didn't. My daughter, Melissa, my mother watched her while I was in Japan. She doesn't deserve to suffer, to be without a mother for what you did and what I would have done.
She looks like you. How old is she?
She'll be 5 next month. I want you to have this. She's the reason I didn't shoot you as soon as you walked through that door. This sweet little girl saved your life.
Out! Get on with your lives! You should have your court-martial. You belong in the brig!
All I wanted was a better life for me and for her. And I wanted to serve my country, not be raped by some son of a bitch who has his dog tags tattooed on his ass! I feel sorry for you.
Jesus, what a nutcase. I'm sorry about that.
She should have shot you.
What the hell are you saying? Jesus Christ, you don't actually believe that crazy addict, do you? Annie.
Leave. Now. Find a place. Send your things to you.
Annie.
Just leave! And if you go near the girls, I swear to God, you'll wish she would have killed you!
But nothing she said was true! The Colonel will tell you!
Screw the Colonel! Get out! Get out right now!
I'll talk to you tomorrow, okay? After you've calmed down. You just need to calm down, that's all. That crazy woman got you all upset.
You do right by that poor woman. You do whatever you need to do to get the army to help her. Do you understand me? And if there were other women, Phil, you help them too.
I don't believe this.
If you don't, I'll turn you in myself. They'll listen to me.
I'm your husband.